Alright. Finally got the battery charged. And all of our stuff is charged.
All our stuff is fully going.
Today is day 16. I guess we can tell you what happened.
There's a lot that happened. A lot of river to talk about, a lot of stuff to cover, so we'll try to make it short and sweet but detailed.
Yeah. Well, the last day, day 13.
When we were leaving for just outside of St. Cloud, I believe is where we left it. We left you guys last.
Yeah. Went through some rapids.
Well, let's start off with the night before.
Oh yeah, the night before.
I finished the video saying something like, oh yeah, these kids are next to us and they're going to party and I might go over there and have a drink. It turns out that they decided to, well, first off, they were all underage.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, they decided to drink and party, scream and holler all night long, including what is it, 1 a.m.? They jumped in the river?
1 a.m. they jumped in the river.
Screaming.
Right next to our tent.
Right next to our tent. Our tent was like right in the river, 2 feet away. And they're like screaming, oh, I'm so cold, let's go build a fire. So they were literally, we probably got...
maybe 3 hours of sleep.
Maybe,
max.
that's pushing it, 3 hours of sleep.
Going to bed at 9 and waking up at 5.
So
we really should have gotten 8 hours of sleep.
We got up the next morning. Of course, same time, we didn't sleep in, we didn't make any excuses. And one of those lucky kids decided to leave his hat on a post that said campsite, so JR happily put it on the ground, and I happily peed all over it.
And I peed after him.
And then we put it right back exactly where it was. So we were hoping that kid maybe, or one of his friends picked it up and touched it and put it on his head. That would have been great.
Yep.
And do you want to continue that?
Yes.
Okay.
And then as we were leaving, they had a boat there the night before.
Yes, they did.
And we were like, oh, the boat's gone, so we're just going to clang some pans to wake them up because they didn't let us sleep, of course, you know.
I mean, these kids were totally obnoxious.
Horrible.
I told them to be quiet 2 times.
2-3 times.
Yeah. I mean, we were just up for 40-minute intervals, just like,
and we need our sleep.
Awful. Yeah, we need our sleep.
And so, as we're turning the corner, we're about to clang our pans to wake them up, and we see their boat. So we decided to put water in their gas tank.
Yes, we did. So
they were not getting off the island very easily.
No way. That motor would have sputtered like crazy and just stopped. So we just wanted to make their day hell because we knew our day was going to be very rough. We had several portages we had to do that day, and we were already exhausted before we even ate our peanut butter and jellies in the morning, which is not like us. Normally we are at least awake. We might be a little hungry, but we're awake.
Exactly.
So now you can continue with the rapids if you want.
So we did a portage over some crappy rocks. Well, the first part of the portage was nice. Just kind of pick it up right there. And we carried about 300 yards.
It's a good distance.
And then the only way to put it down that was remotely close was down the side of this rocky bank. It's just a bunch of unlevel rocks everywhere.
Yeah, just rocks like they thrown just to like keep the breakwater from the dam, like eddies.
Yeah, because it was right on the other side of the dam. So we get all our stuff down there. We put our life jackets on. Well, wait a second. There's a guy who's actually going to help us portage around the dam. We already had most of our stuff.
He actually stopped his car and he's like, well, hey, I went through the rapids that we're going to tell you about in a second. He's like, I went through those and I messed up my motor. And he's like, I tell you what, I feel like being a really good guy today, and I'll come back with my truck and I'll take you past the 2 dams. So we declined.
Yeah, we were already past one of them.
So we figured it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, so got all of our stuff in and it started raining a little bit. We're like, okay. Started lightning. And we're like, we really have to make up some ground today. So we just went anyway.
Yeah, we went anyway.
And it started pouring rain like it always does for us.
Right.
And we were cruising at like 6.5 miles an hour. And the map was skewed again. It said it was only supposed to be a mile away.
So the JR's like, well, it says it's supposed to be 1.5 miles away, so maybe the dam water level's high enough so there wouldn't be rapids. Yeah, which makes sense.
Because the guy said there was 2 of them open.
They had 2 gates open.
And he did it was only 1.
Right. So he figured, more water, less rocks above.
Yeah.
No, there was still rapids, and they were pretty nasty. I mean, they were churny, and we had a hard time for a little while.
Around them. But we made it through, and we portaged the next dam. and we pressed on.
We pressed
And
on.
it cleared up right afterwards.
It cleared up as soon as we got to St. Cloud. Actually, the rain had stopped. Sun didn't come out, but we were dry pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, and then we continued down our way, and we camped just outside of St. Paul,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And
And the next day, we made it into St. Paul and then started our
we
locks.
we started our locks. This was our first lock, which was very interesting because not ever having taken a boat anywhere before, well, especially through like a locking system, we were absolutely clueless on what to do. He had read the Army Corps of Engineer maps and the Minnesota River maps, which give a demonstration, but we really just didn't know where anything was located, so we were kind of nervous, thinking we were going to get yelled at or get in trouble.
Yeah, but they were nice guys, and they just kind of
They walked us through
Yeah.
it, and then we did that, 10 times or something close to?
10, 11, 12.
And the next day and a half, it was insane. We did it a lot.
We did a
And
lot of dams.
like I had told JR, I think, this is kind of like you do it once and you've done it a million times, and that's exactly how it
Yeah.
was. You just go up, you pull a little line, it toots a horn, the locks open up, you go in, the locks close, the water level drops, he toots the horn, the doors open, and you go. And that's exactly like that at
It's
every
really easy.
single one. So super, super easy.
So yeah, then we just camped and had some more canned goods for dinner.
Yeah, the usual,
the
like
usual.
sirloin burger soup, and yeah, we had some
Some
spaghetti and meatballs and stuff, which was not that bad for being canned spaghetti and meatballs.
But anyway,
Oh, and the Twin Cities, not that great. They really, a lot of these big cities on the river are just really industrial, so you don't really get to see, like the Chicago River is different because you go through and you see all this glorious buildings and there's no industry. Well, when you go through here on the river, it's all industry. That's all you see.
yeah, they have a few parks scattered.
A few parks, but just like they put the paper mills right by the dams, everything is right on the river. So, because they have barges already in St. Paul coming in and out, which are huge,
Yeah.
So these guys, they just are loading things up constantly, moving.
Not a
them.
whole lot of barges though, which I think attributes to the economy one, and the oil spill,
yeah.
right outside Venice. So it's probably stopping or making some of them not want to go.
Right.
So does that bring us to about today? Nothing. If we missed anything, it really wasn't that special.
Yeah. We went through Minnesota, Wisconsin borderline, through woods and no towns, and pretty much just river, and did daily routines. I mean, that's really
we were
nothing
hitting,
special happened.
The river was moving pretty good though. We were hitting close to 60 miles every day.
Yeah. Once after the dams, the last dam is at St. Cloud, I want to say.
No, there's another one I think beyond that.
I can't even. We saw so many dams in the period of 3 days. It was insane.
Yeah.
But the river really opened up and it got huge. It really got humongous.
Yeah.
So we just made our way through the Wisconsin-Minnesota border and crossed into Iowa. And
yeah. And
now we're
pushed
here.
us to where we started. We started on an island right in Dubuque, Iowa, which really is pretty slummy looking.
Right outside lock number 11 we started today.
Yeah, right past it. And all the rich people live on the hills.
All the rich people up here, all the poor people are down here. It's kind of a sad
distribution
yeah.
of the city. Nice bridges. The bridges are getting huge.
The bridges are spanning a lot, and actually thankful for Dubuque because we got to charge all our stuff. We actually got here a little early than we anticipated since we've been pushing so hard, so we could sit around and literally watch the paint dry as all our electronics charged up. So our camera's good, my cell phone's good, our zooms are good, so we're good.
So that's why there's video tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird seeing the river border two states because it's like we're in two places at the same time the whole day.
Exactly, yeah. We are literally Illinois and Iowa.
Illinois is on the left, Iowa's on the right, and the river goes in the middle.
And it's weird to be seeing Illinois because we know kind of where we are on the map, and we know that we could be home in 6 hours right now.
Yeah.
It's a tough pill to swallow when you're so tired. My arm's getting tired. This is a long video.
Yeah, I know. Very windy today.
Oh, probably
extraordinarily windy.
25 to 30 mile an hour gusts
coming right at us.
Coming right at our face.
Day.
We're going south, then the winds are blowing north.
Yes, and boats were everywhere.
Oh, today was a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And it's a Sunday, and boats are everywhere.
Yes. We stopped on the beach for lunch. Met some people. They gave us a sandwich because this lady was drunk, but she was very nice.
She was a very nice drunk lady.
Yeah.
She gives a ham and turkey sandwich with some mustard and asks us a million freaking questions.
Yep.
But it was nice seeing other people because we actually got some good advice again
About where to go.
about which way to take to get to the next lock and
Lock
dam,
number 12, yeah.
which ended up working out.
And that lock was just the same. Toot the horn. Well, we had to wait for a barge to go through.
Yeah, it
which
took
a
about an
while.
hour today.
And Eric, when we were waiting, he was washed his shirt and sat on his back. And since it was so windy, his wet shirt that stuck to his skin.
I literally had just washed this shirt, and my left shoulder's a little burnt, so I wrapped it around my shoulders and kind of set it here. And it was soaking wet, so it was like sticking to my skin.
The wind came along, blew it right off and into the water. And as our canoe's drifting by this lock, 'cause it's so windy and the current's crazy. And we made a pass to get it, and Eric missed it with the oar. And then it sank.
That's why I'm in this Purdue shirt today. My shirt actually sank. It got sucked under by the current.
It was the only shirt he brought.
It was the only shirt I brought, and it actually had some value or some meaning to me because that was one of my favorite shirts I ever got from soccer. From Cal, I mean.
Anyway, I was waited down at the canoe, and Eric went up to town to see how much longer we had to wait for up these rocks, this rock cliff kind of thing.
Kind of like the same thing we brought the canoe down in, but twice as big.
Yeah, he climbed up it, had no problem.
And I went and talked to the Army Corps guy, and he said it'd be like 45 minutes till the barge got through. So
He came down, and a rock slipped underneath him, and he slit his foot.
cut my foot, my whole heel. I took about a $50 size out of my heel.
Yeah.
And it was bleeding pretty good. In fact, it bled through my bandage.
Right through there, the lock guys were nice. Locks are cool though. They just lower the water.
It's a nice break.
You just sit in there holding onto the string.
Hold on to a rope.
Yeah, rope, and then
Drop.
about, probably drop to about 8 feet
Mm-hmm.
in the lock. Just boop.
I just can't wait till we get to a cool city like St. Louis, because I've seen pictures of St. Louis from the river and it looks awesome. And I'm hoping they have a little restaurant that we could stop in and get a good meal.
Hopefully it's a nice day that day.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Knock on whatever. There's nothing really to knock on in here. But anyway, pressed on. Good lunch. Good damn wind. All the wind seems to die in the evenings.
In the evenings, like right now, it's
everywhere.
absolutely, seriously, you can see everything off this lake, and it's actually this lake. It looks like a lake because it's so big.
But it's really calm and
it's moving.
It's moving.
It's
Yeah.
definitely moving. There's a lot of current. So at the end of our day, for the last 2 or 3 hours, we were able to maintain a 5-mile-an-hour average.
I ended up going close to 41.
Yeah, 41 today.
Yeah, we actually miscalculated our miles.
Yeah.
So our deficit and everything kind of got screwy. Army Corps of Engineers maps and the sign at Lake Itasca, the actual official sign, was actually not even correct.
Yeah, not even correct. So the mileage that we were calculating that we had to do, since we hadn't been meeting that goal, we actually got to add back on because
so
we were right.
So we're just kind of, you only have to really go back to doing about
43.5 miles a day.
43.5 miles a day.
But we are still going to try to maintain at least a 47 to maybe 50.
Yeah, to keep
ahead in case anything major happens, like you have to take an hour to clean your heel out because you slipped on a rock.
Or a thunderstorm doesn't want to leave and it's lightning outside.
Yeah, so we don't have to go through that scary stuff.
Yep. So we're camping and there's bad gnats here.
Mhm. But this is our view. Bad gnats, but a good view. This is our view right here. So there's the canoe up on there, and there's the river, and we're actually on an island, and there's river here, and then there's river here, and it all splits.
So
I guess until next time.
Until next time. Yep. See you later. Bye.